This program is intended for mature audiences and may contain some material that is not suitable for everyone, including violence, coarse language, and unfiltered opinions. We do not endorse the views of those we report on.
Here they come again with yet another victory for me. And that's why I'm doing this morning coffee, because the gods have come through again. And I would love to tell you the specifics on it, but I can't because I've got these legions of haters out there from YouTube. They destroyed my marriage, drove my wife insane, got my kids taken away from me by CPS on 12 different occasions, and then finally got them adopted out away from me forever. They got my mother killed. They got my finances ruined. They got Clay County to take what little bit of money I was bringing in, the stimulus checks and stuff such as that. Got my food stamps shut off. I got them turned back on, but that's beside the point. You know, these fucking YouTube trolls and their buddies, the Frosts here locally, have done a really good job on my life. And I guarantee you the gods of freedom religion are going to do a really good job on them. I guarantee it. And, you know, and since we're on the subject, everybody's right. The theists and the atheists are right. You have Neanderthal, which crawled out of the soup as a man, though, not as a damn monkey. Neanderthal crawls out of the soup as a man, and Cro-Magnon is created of the gods. It's both. It's not one or the other. Do your research. Even Carl Sagan said that Cro-Magnon had, quote, outside help, unquote. Now, he didn't elaborate on that because he's an atheist. But I think we know who that outside help was, don't we? Yes, we do. Okay, and so, you know, you have Neanderthal that came out of the soup, and you have Cro-Magnon that was created by the gods. It's both. It's just like that old argument, free will or predestination. It's both. It's free will and predestination. You have a predestined timeline, and then you have the free will to junk off of that prime line anytime you wish. It's both at the same time. And the gods I serve will not go against your free will. You go out here and play in traffic, they're going to let you go. They had it all ironed out the whole damn time. But see, you know, as a finite human, I can't see into the future or what they're doing. I could with magic, but I mean, you know, I choose not to do that a lot of times because, frankly, I don't want to know other people's business. I got enough problems of my own. I don't need anybody else's problems. You know what I'm saying? So, really, you know, yeah. Oh well, he can look into our minds and he can see into the future. And yeah, I guess I could if I really pushed it, but I don't want to. Because I don't want somebody else's problems, frankly. I got enough of my own. I got a full plate, okay? Right? I got a full plate. I don't need somebody else's aggravation. I got my own. But at the midnight hour, the gods came through, man, and it was awesome. I was eating my sausages, but I ate those offline because I got hungry. I got hungry and I couldn't wait. I said, screw this. You know, because it was taking a little while to load. I said, I'll screw this. I'll just eat my sausage. Because I was hungry, man. I ain't going to lie. I was hungry. But yeah, butterfly. And I noticed Brittany Venti was wearing a butterfly around her neck again this time. So don't know if she's actually paying attention. I hope she is. I chided her a bit on you know, get off of the trolls, man. Get back in the somebody's going to cut this little portion out and make a hate video out of it. Get back in the kitchen, Brittany Venti. Get back in the kitchen. Because when she did her kitchen videos, man, they were very informative and it was very awesome. And I actually learned a few things. So get back in the kitchen, Brittany. Barefoot, pregnant, and in the kitchen, Brittany. But no, seriously, her kitchen videos were pretty informative. She cooked a lot of things and stuff, and I thought, yeah, it's pretty informative stuff, you know. But get back to information videos. Get off of the trolls, get off of your haters, and get back on doing information videos, doing stuff that people are interested in. But yeah, speaking of which, before I get out of here, let me, you know, let's be clear about this, shall we? Monotheism, the three monotheistic religions, Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, all call for the destruction of the United States. Christianity and Judaism calls America the whore of Babylon, or in league with the whore of the Babylon, and must be destroyed. Islam calls America the great Satan, and it must be destroyed. So if you're of a monotheistic persuasion, you might want to trade up to something else. Now, having said that, is there pagan religions that are just as bad? Yes. There's the Norse religion, for example, which has Ragnarok, which says that the whole earth will be destroyed and shit. So there's pagan religions out there that's just as bad. However, freedom religion, the gods I serve, say that the earth is not going to be destroyed and America is not going to be destroyed. In fact, they're going to restore, their words, not mine, the Great Republic. We're going to restore the Great Republic. Well, now, what does that mean? That means they're going to put us back to the way things were before these elite bastards came over here and fucked America all to hell. Well, Vaughn, what do we do with Washington, D.C.? Turn it into a museum, I reckon. That's what I would do. Outdoor museum. 4 rules. Don't piss off the gods. Don't hurt yourself. Don't hurt others. And don't violate someone's rights. If you could do those 4 things, you got it made. You don't have to worry about feasts and festivals. You don't have to worry about holidays. Now, you can do those things if you want. Just be careful, because the gods do not approve of sacrifice of any kind. No sacrifices. Isn't it interesting that the Jews in Israel are wanting to start the sacrifices back up? Bad idea. Bad idea. But anyway, the point is that, they don't, they're, oh my God, I mentioned sacrifice, and I thought I was going to get thumped. Okay, I thought they was going to turn me into a pile of ash. No, absolutely not under any circumstances. I'm like, oh, okay. All right. Well, that was pretty plain. It was very obvious. They made themselves very clear on that one, right? Scared the shit out of me. But they made it very clear. So yeah, no sacrifices of any kind. You can have an altar, and am I anybody special? No. Well, the gods think I am, but aside from them, no. I'm dirt like everybody else. So, but they think I'm special. They, for whatever reason, they picked me. So that should tell you just how bad it is out there when they got to pick my happy ass, right? I keep telling them I'm drafted. You drafted me, but they did, and good. It's good that they did, because hooking up with them has been an awesome experience. It really has. Of course, it'll never compare to those 2 guys, big motherfuckers. I mean to tell you, them Man Mountain Marco type dudes, man. They just, big, humongous guys. They get out of this big white truck. This big white pickup truck. I forget what brand it was, but it was a huge white, I want to say Ford. But it was a big white pickup truck. And these 2 humongous guys get out. And they had this white package in their hand, and I'm like, what is that, C4? Is that a bomb? What do we got here? Because I'm half groggy from lack of food. When you go over 2 weeks without food, folks, you're going to die, okay? And I was feeling the effects. And then here comes these 2 big guys, and they had this white thing in their hand, and I'm like, oh, well, here it comes. And, I'm done. 2 big bruisers and me. I was so damn weak I couldn't even practice magic, man. I couldn't even cast a spell or nothing. I was vulnerable. I admit it. I was against the ropes. And I said, well, here it comes. Here comes the beat down, and then they're going to blow the shit out of my house with a C4 or whatever. And that ended up not being the case, did it? No. These 2 huge guys ended up having a Huddle House meal in their hand, and they said, here you go. We were told to give you this. And I'm like, oh, okay. That's some big, humongous motherfuckers. We were told to give you this. I'm like, okay. And then they got in their truck and they left. Now you say, well, Vaughn, what's the big deal on that shit? Well, the big deal is when I went around asking the neighbors, hey, is there somebody out passing Huddle House dinners out? No, Mr. Von Helton. And so I go to my next neighbor. Hey, was anybody passing out Helton? No, Mr. Von Helton. Go down here. Hey, was anybody passing out? No, Mr. Von Helton. Where did them two guys in that big pickup truck come from? And how did they know to give me a meal just at the right time to keep me from dying? I believe it's from the gods. You believe whatever the hell you want. But I believe it was ordered of the gods. Because I was it, man. I'm down to the count. I 2 weeks without food. Hell yeah. Google it if you doubt me. I mean, I was almost delirious from lack of food. That's serious shit. I went from 250 pounds down to 235 pounds like that. Then I lost the subsequent number down to 218. So yeah,